Right here in Youngstown, companies like JuggerBot 3D are leading the way in advanced manufacturing, using cutting-edge 3D printing technology to create parts and products used across the country. We sat down with some members of the JuggerBot 3D team to learn about how this technology works, what it's like to be a part of the industry, and what advice they have for students who want to shape the future of manufacturing.
Hey guys, I'm Zach DiVincenzo. I'm president and co-founder of JuggerBot 3D, and we're here in our production facility where we build large format 3D printing equipment. So our 3D printers can really 3D print something that's 3 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet tall. We use advanced thermoplastics or plastic materials that you would see in boats or airplanes or mass transportation. And our company, JuggerBot 3D, actually designs the machines themselves. What you actually see behind me is one of our products that we sell to companies like Boeing or the Navy or companies that are able to use these machines to build tooling or large prototypes. What 3D printing does is what we call mass customization, is that I do not need a tool now to produce something. I can make a million things that are all uniquely different. What we build is what's called fused granulate fabrication. And essentially, it's taking pellets or little pebbles of plastic, and we're feeding it through our system that's going to lay down this polymer in a much faster rate. So I actually have, what's pretty cool here is what's called a non-pneumatic tire. This is an airless tire that you can see on the road, on cars, on trucks, on tractors. And so this 3D printer actually printed this with a flexible thermoplastic. 3D printing is used all over. It's not only used for making tires, it's not only used for making tooling, but it's made for 3D printing shoes, 3D printing fabric, right? So even JuggerBot 3D has dabbled in the work of medical, where we develop machines that have the ability to 3D print custom prosthetic sockets or orthotic inserts. And so people that have lost an arm or a leg that needed to have a actual prosthetic, we've had the ability to scan that patient and then be able to design something uniquely fitting them that would only work for them and no one else. My background is actually in industrial and systems engineering. I went to Youngstown State University here in Youngstown, Ohio, and I had an opportunity 12 years ago to partner with a buddy and be able to develop a company that would have this ability to design, build, and service 3D printing equipment to the masses. And I also wanted the ability to build businesses. I wanted to be able to understand how to sell a product to a customer, and then having the ability to actually put these machines out in the field and service them.
My name's Brian Zellers. I'm a product development manager here at JuggerBot 3D, but over the years I've actually served a couple different roles. My background is electrical engineering, so I started out as an electrical engineer. I actually started out as an intern. Then I kind of worked up through the ranks. Slowly over the years, I started taking on more of a role of designing entire machines, overseeing everything from the initial concept of the machine all the way to the final product, to supporting customers in the field. Probably the biggest advantage of 3D printing versus traditional manufacturing is time. We don't have to take a big block of material and whittle it down to the final part we want to make. We can print the shape of what we want to print and then do a little bit of machining to get it to exactly what we want it to be. The machine that we're inside is our Tradesman Series H6106. H on this system is hybrid. So this machine has 2 different print heads that can actually have 2 different printing capabilities. They print with 2 different plastics. The entire extruder weighs probably in the realm of about 500 pounds. Then transitioning to this other head over here, this is a thermoset head. So the head itself is actually only this big. It's a real little head. The flexibility of this head is that you can alter the mixture of the plastic. So if you have a plastic that's flexible, you can actually alter how soft the flex is in it based on how you alter the mixture of the plastic. And then lastly, the entire machine itself, the print volume of this. So if you look down, the entire kind of silver area is a 6 foot by 10 foot build area. And then these heads can go 6 foot tall, so you can print a very, very large part inside these machines.
I'm Timothy Russell, and I'm an advanced manufacturing engineer at JuggerBot 3D, which basically means I have a foot in researching new technologies, and a foot in product design, One of my favorite things actually is the design work. I love designing products and thinking about how would a customer interact with this product and how can I make their lives easier. A good design is something that can be assembled easily. JuggerBot does all of the building of our machines in-house, and we have the designers in-house. What's nice about that is that there can be conversations between the people who are building the machines, using the machines, and designing the machines. Having everyone under one roof and local is really helpful. I actually studied math in college, which is kind of a indirect route to engineering, but that's what I did. And then I studied engineering in graduate school. And in graduate school, that's really where I learned how to do research. If you can get some internships, the sooner that you get into industry, I think the better. All those things kind of led me to this job at JuggerBot, and it's the best role that I've had so far.
My name is Ben Toomey. I'm the marketing manager here at JuggerBot 3D. Basically what I do is I make all of the photos, videos, graphics that people see and we want to show off our technology to. I come into the office, I make sure that all of our social media channels are up to date. I work hand in hand with our engineering team here to help with our go-to-market strategy, so how we basically put product in front of other people. And I try to see how our technologies will work alongside the people using them. I didn't necessarily consider manufacturing because I thought that, it was mostly an engineering-driven field. But whenever I came into this position here, I found out that, and I had this aha moment. And I said, oh my gosh, there's so much opportunity here. This is an innovative technology, and this is like the new frontier. I was like, who wouldn't want to be a part of that? My favorite part of my job isn't necessarily attributed to the work that I do in terms of making content. It more or less goes hand in hand with the impact that we have. It's about putting that information out there so we can help as many people as possible. Youngstown is so manufacturing focused. Whenever it comes to working with innovative technologies, especially in manufacturing, it almost feels like a passing of a torch, but also going to the next frontier of manufacturing. Over the past 3 years, additive manufacturing and 3D printing has reached a new level of maturity, where it's being adopted by more companies, it's becoming more reliable for everyone, and it's becoming a part of our day-to-day life. In JuggerBot's case, we want to make sure that we just keep growing, keep contributing to the area where bright minds can find a home here and they can make the most innovative technologies to solve some of the greatest challenges manufacturers have today.
Advanced manufacturing isn't just about machines. It's about creativity, problem solving, and innovation. Companies like JuggerBot 3D show the world changing technology is being built right here in Youngstown. Whether you're into design, technology, or hands-on work, there's a place for you in the future of manufacturing.